Blind Pew here. I know. In my last transmission I said that, in order to save up for a fleet carrier, I would have to go mining in the Boron system. Well, I couldn't face it, so we are back to pirating low temperature diamonds. I will admit that I'm finding it difficult to locate many large T9 and T7 type ships with mining lasers and huge cargoes of low temperature diamonds. But by shifting my focus to include medium ships, I'm having more frequent success. Take this asp here. It has 26 low temperature diamonds, so we'll have those, but it is still this part stopping your mark after you have disabled their drives. That takes the time and makes this perhaps uneconomic. Or maybe it is just my skills that are lacking. As ever, I'm joined in this transmission by my Chief of Engineering Ben Gunn.
Hi there.
And also, not as ever, by comms link from his mansion, for research purposes, my ex-temporary communications officer, and self-styled Galaxy's greatest explorer, Jed Munoz.
Yes, I have arrived.
Jed is paying us handsomely for access, otherwise there is no way I'd allow him to be here.
Whatever.
That's the 26 on board. Off to the next mark. Okay, so, we've picked up a crate Mark II with mining lasers fitted. Let's see what he has. 97 low temperature diamonds. Not too bad.
And you tell me this is quite legal, Pew?
Yes, it's all fine, Jed. Second-hand mining. We need to be a tad careful here as his hull is quite low.
Drives are still up and he is down to 40% hull Pew.
One more salvo should be okay. Drives are down. Again, this part takes the time. This is about our 10th attempt. I'd pay a lot for a grappling hook or harpoon hardpoint. Get that invented. I believe they had them in the 18th century.
Programming limpet drone. Flight assist on. Hatchbreaker limpet engaged.
We're tracking him open now, Pew.
Target cargo dropped.
Sterling.
All on board, Pew.
So, with both those holes, that's 117 low temperature diamonds. We lost a few mid-transaction due to not having slowed the mark sufficiently. Time to take these to a sell location.
Hull integrity compromised. Warning. Taking heat damage. Docking successful.
We've had to do a quick stop for fuel, with silent running engaged of course.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Shields offline. Silent running. Cargo scoop retracted. Flight assist off.
Why silent running, Pew? I thought this was all above board.
We just value our privacy, Jed.
Oh, well that makes perfect sense then. I quite understand. Is it far to the destination?
Not at all, Jed.
Landing permitted. Clear to land on Piracy
Okay,
3A.
so heading into the station, where we intend to sell these. Unfortunately, we do not seem to be able to get quite as high a sell price as before, but it's not too bad. Late with the silent running. Luckily our speed meant we were not scammed.
Deployed.
Comms check.
Landing
You're
gear
coming through weak,
deployed.
Commander.
So, a final price of 711,000 per ton at the black market, and so a total profit of 83 million. But, that represented several hours work. Most of that time is taken up either finding a target or more often just bringing the target to a slow enough speed to use the hatchbreaker and collect limpets. And there is a problem until someone can be bothered inventing that basic grappling hook or harpoon to cut that down. Mining generates so much more monies, so much more speedily, that you are almost compelled to do it. Okay, who am I kidding? I am compelled to do it. Scanning the rings, as I believe there is a rare, triple overlapping, low temperature diamond hotspot somewhere here.
Scan complete.
Aha, there it is. Let's get in a bit closer. I'll just make sure we are aligned correctly and headed to, broadly, the overlapping section of all 3 hotspots. For maximum low temperature diamond concentration. Yes, looks good. I'll just get us to a decent starting position, and then we are underway. Scanning the rocks with my 2 prospector limpets.
Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
Ah, that one looks good. Almost 25% concentration of low temperature diamonds. With this setup I can mine the rocks really fast, as long as I don't overheat, which this is prone to do. Also, as I can only stand to mine for an hour, I don't need the 2 size 8 cargo containers.
Temperature critical.
Incidentally, see what I mean about the heat. So have dropped one for an extra size 7 collector limpet controller, so I have a lot of limpets. A lot. Really very many. Meaning I collect, almost as soon as the ore is mined.
Asteroid depleted.
You see, the collector limpets are already running out of targets.
Cargo is for fuel.
Cargo scope retracted.
Excellent. 214 low temperature diamonds in about an hour. Time to head off to the cell location. We will need to make a brief fuel stop in the next system, Irola, but should then be able to make it the 5 ore, so jumps to where I intend to sell.
Okay, Commander, you are go for approach to pad 17.
So, this is where we intend to sell our cargo. No need for silent running this time as we are quite legal.
What was that?
I just can't be bothered turning it on this time, Jed. Again, the sell prices, whilst relatively high, at 900,000 per ton, do not seem to have those odd stations paying 1.6 million per ton anymore. At least we do not have to take the reduced black market price. So that is a profit of 194 million. And that's a problem. That is 110 million higher than our piracy efforts, and took much less time. All because no one could invent the grappling hook or harpoon. Ben, see if you can get working on that. We could corner the market.
I'll get onto that, Pew.
Yes, grappling hook or harpoon, by Jed Nanos.
No Jed.
I think not, Jed. Anyway. Good luck, commanders. And I'll see you out there.